Hi everyone, it's Len Goucher and Gary Hines here at the Rocky Lake Dome. It is Monday, October the 5th, and Gary, it's been about a week or so, and as folks can see behind us, there's a lot's been happening here over that period of 7 days or so. Gary, Pat Cavanaugh is here from Yeadon and has been working along with our crew over the period of the last several days. Maybe you give us a brief update as to what's happened here.
Lenny, Pat's been here doing the installation. It's a pretty extensive process, and it's something that's going to benefit in terms of being able to utilize our shoulder seasons for our ice, because it'll allow us better control of the heat and the temperature, both from the outside and from the injection of heat into the air. So we'll get more ice surface probably another month by having that in place.
When would that be done, Gary?
That should be finished probably late tomorrow, and the only thing left to do then will be where they have to slash the interior lining to install the insulation. We'll be continuing to knit that in, and that should be tidied up and probably totally done by Wednesday.
As folks can hear, there's a lot of construction going on and the noise in the background. Gary, let's look at the inside of the dome first. What over the period of the next, well, we're coming up now toward the end of the month in our grand opening. What over the period of the next, say, week or two is going to be happening in here?
Lenny, we'll be installing the boards. In fact, some of the crew are working now putting in the studs and that tie the boards down to the concrete surface, and as soon as the installation's done and that equipment's out of the way, they'll be continuing to do the boards, and the lighting people will be coming in to hang the lights. They've presently got the hangers on the dome. They'll be coming in to hang the lights, and just the final touch-up enhancements until we start making ice.
Well, that's great. And outside of the dome, on the weekend, there was a lot of activity in the ancillary building with the dressing rooms and that.
Well, yeah, and late last week they started to install, or finished installing the doors and started to put some of the hardware on, but before they do the final hardware application, they have painted the whole thing out. It's white with some blue trim and so on. The rubber carpeting that goes in there for the skaters will be blue, and so we'll have that nice white and blue continuity throughout our project.
So I guess that's going to be, we'll go in there and have a look later, and I guess the pressure doors are just about ready to be installed as well, which create the airlock between the main part of the dome and the dressing room area. Gary, also in the background, all that noise is coming from the Simcoe folks who are out there getting the ice plant ready for commissioning. What's been happening there?
My understanding is that they're right on schedule with that, and by mid-month, and just leading up to our surface being ready to finally start making ice, they'll be commissioning their plant, and we'll be ready to roll, and we'll have our ice in and opening on schedule. Just
by way of a comment, folks behind us can see that the moisture cover is off the ice surface, and it looks actually great. They did a wonderful job in finishing it, so we're looking forward to having that going. So look, Gary, we'll go take a quick look around the site here, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes.
Sure will. Thanks. We're now in one of the dressing rooms, one of the typical dressing rooms. There are 4 in the complex. This particular dressing room actually has the washroom right in it, as does one of the others, and the other 2 will utilize a washroom on the main corridor. The brackets for the seats are in place, and on the weekend we have them painted out. They're white, and there will be a bit of blue trim and so on, and coat racks yet to go on the walls and so on, but it's your typical dressing room, and they're nice sized dressing rooms as well. We're now in the corridor leading to the main airlock going into the facility, and you can see that they've painted it out. There's pads of blue showing on the corners of one of the doors that's painted out. And also Lenny will turn around and show the second entrance in. It's also blue and white as well, so it's going to be nice when it gets the blue flooring on as well. Len will actually do a traffic flow as to how this thing works. He's shining on the entrance to a dressing room. He'll come out of the dressing room and follow down the corridor towards the lamp at the end of the corridor, and just to the right of that is the airlock that goes into the dome. So it's only a short walk from the dressing rooms into the dome. The guys working in the hallways are guys working on the in-floor heating, tying it in and tying the other electrical in. And overhead you can see all the duct for the heating and so on in the respective rooms. This is a digital scoreboard that we were able to purchase. It's used, but it's all been refurbished, and it will be the new scoreboard that will be used in our rink when we get up and going. It's got all the modern features and has very, very low cost, so we're quite pleased that we were able to find it.
Well, Gary, now that I'm full of paint everywhere, we're in the dressing room, and I think I'm wearing more than was on the wall. At any rate, it's been a great tour this morning, Gary. The next week looks like we're going to have a lot of activity here once the installation's done, probably tomorrow. Anything for the viewers for the next few days?
Just one thing, Lynn, I'm watching in the background on the monitor. You can see the stripes in the background. Those are actually pockets with insulation pulled in them, if anybody's wondering why we got this strange background. But it is the background of the dome with the insulation pulled in place. And yeah, we have a couple of events coming up that people should watch for that are quite important to the operation of this whole sports facility as well as for the future of the dome. So I think it's important that we just make people aware to keep your eye out for the media. And Len, fortunately for you, you didn't get any red or orange paint on you.
Look, Gary, it's been a busy week. We have really a busy month coming up, especially with a couple of announcements coming our way later on this month, and activity around the dome here building up to a grand opening at the end of October. So Gary, once again, thanks very much for taking us around, showing us a few things, and folks, we'll see you in another week or so. And for those who are interested in the dome and want to contact either Gary or myself or any of the board members, let us know, and we'll be more than happy to take you on a quick tour through the facility. So once again, from the Rocky Lake Dome, Rocky Lake Commons in Bedford, Gary Hines, Langoucher on Monday, October the 5th, and we'll see you again in about a week.
See you, folks.